Are we on? And we're here. And I am very squished in this room. But I'm here for you guys. Anyway. So welcome guys this afternoon to Queensville this afternoon. And look who's back. Yes! She's back. Nevin has returned. Normal spaces, normal lie downs, and she's absolutely fine. And she got the all clear yesterday and she is looking better. So that's cool. That's good. So anyway, welcome guys this afternoon for another chat. This afternoon I have some news about the screen times for Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. And I've got to get the thing off my computer later on. Sure, the bits and pieces going on. I'm going to give you an update of some news, exciting news next week. Very exciting news. But let's have a talk this afternoon. Get your questions in this afternoon, guys. Now you might think, oh, this stream's a little bit all over the place. It's not really. It's just that we're back on OBS again. Yeah, XSplit was kind of a bit of annoying for me as well. But after some issues I've had with OBS, well, it is resolved, but it's kind of a thing, isn't it? Today it's not good, nice outside today as well, so that's why the curtains are closed, because it's raining and it's awful out there. Lighting situation, I was supposed to go and get lights yesterday. I sort of forgot about it because we had such a busy day yesterday. It was just chaotic yesterday. But I'm having a chill day today, and I'm having a chat with you guys today, which is even good. I know it says resolution's wrong. I don't know what's going on with it, so I don't care. As long as you guys can just see me and hear me, I'm absolutely fine with it. Because my stupid OBS is being a bitch. But anyway, so let me start. Start off with some news for this business. Whew. Yesterday, Jade came back. She did, and she started to work on her next album. And she is uploading a few more videos to her channel next week. Look out for some videos at the weekend. Some new stuff coming out of hers. Also be posted on my channel. One video won't be posted on my channel yet. I have to do an introductory video for us to entertainment limited on the video that's coming out. So Jay came in yesterday. We had a great session yesterday. We had a great time yesterday. She's recorded a few tracks for YouTube. But I don't know whether just to laugh or cry or do something now. Anyway, biggest news of all is that I am happy to report that as from Monday, we get our website launched. We do. I couldn't get the domain name today. I'm going to wait till Monday. So Monday officially our website is launched Monday, and I can't wait for it to do it. But after 7 months of waiting and waiting and waiting, well, guys, she's coming in. Yes, next week, Dead Inside is getting recorded. Yes, I've been waiting for over the past few months. We are now officially getting this recorded next week. Yes. So she's coming in next week to record the vocals, and I'm looking forward to it as well. And I tell you what, next week is going to be a hell of a week, because not only is she in for just one day, she's in for 3 days, and that's great. And we have got a schedule out together. We've got her all the time sorted out, and as far as I understand, we're ready to begin. So we are ready to start this Dead Inside recording. I saw yesterday, and I mentioned to her, obviously, what's going to be the hardest song to ever record, and I said to her, Fall's going to be the hardest one to record, and I know it is. It's a very personal song for him to sing. Looking forward to that on next week. And we're going to try and hopefully get some video of it as well on live stream. If not, record for YouTube, make it dead inside and give you guys a ground by ground thing what we were doing with it as well. Nathan's also coming in on Tuesday as well. Monday he's coming in. Gonna come and support Joe David with the recordings. It's gonna be good. Looking forward to a really exciting week next week. Finally get this goddamn album out as well. But yeah, this week has been better. This week has been better in the last 2 weeks because I was going in my mind. But yes, this week was much better this week. I got back to streaming live on my Facebook page. We've sorted out Devin's issues as well. She's over there now, and she is 100% now better. She's fine. But we are not having any travel for her for a while, so she won't be going down to London until January, which is great. It's great. We've got to we have to keep her here obviously for purposes of what she needs to do, but then again, she's doing really well. So smashing doggy, I've got to say, pretty cool. All right, so while we're waiting for you guys to get your chats in this afternoon, let's get the chat open up. Let's get the pop-out chat on. Let's talk about the screenings for Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, this is very important for everybody to know where you're going to see it, what times you're going to see it. So today, I'm going to show you how much the pricing is, and how much ticket is, and how much it's how much ticket is, and how much the screenings are as well. And we're going to do that right now. So give me 1 second to go back to my messages from today. So I'm going to behave actually really interesting one. Okay, so we need that first. And because no one's done this on YouTube at all and should know about this now, so Queen guys sorted out. And I haven't got one for. Well, let's go back to what I did this morning. Right. Oh, actually, I will show this on the camera. Browser settings. So let's just do this right this first. So let me just get a scene ready too. And let me just edit. Let me just add a window capture and browser Chrome. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do a screen capture. I don't have anything on my desktop, which is good. So we'll do a video. Oh, display capture. That's what I need. That's it. And there's this capture screen there. So he chats on the side, guys, but that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you the listings for the Empire Theatre. So I'm just going to minimize my thing and big screen. So the Empire Theatre is showing all screenings for Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. And as far as I understand, it is pretty cheap to go and see this film. I thought it was 20 quid to go and see it. It isn't. The guys at the cinema are doing a good thing for this as well. So we'll get the times for the show. This is Bohemian Rhapsody here. So this is the information you need. You can see it in 2D IMAX and 2D booking on as well online. The film is going to last 134 minutes. The full movie, excluding trailers and advertisements, obviously. And it is apparently being credited as Bryan Singer directing the movie. It's actually a load of rubbish because he's not actually doing it. It's actually somebody else. They gave it a 12A, which is a good rating for it. So whoever decided to give it a PG rating was absolute bullshit. So we need to give it a 12A, thank God. So here is the prices now. This is where it's showing. It's showing in Birmingham, Clydebank, Slough, Sutton Coldfield, Wigan, Bishop Stratford, Ipswich, Swindon, Catterick, London, Sutton, and Walthamstow. But we are interested in Sunderland. I am anyway. And they're screening it from the 24th of October straight through to the 1st of November. So you've only got a week. You've only got like at least a week to see this before it actually disappears off the thing for it. So I thought we need that actually. So if you go up to 8 o'clock, prices are below. You can get VIPs, you can get premium seating, or you can get standard seating. Standard seating ranges from $8.25 adult way up to the cheapest ones for the $6.25. Families get for £25, and for the VIP seats, it's actually 10 quid, and that is goddamn good. So VIP section, very top to see the movie, that is well worth going for that as well. Premium is the same price, $8.25. So technically you can't go wrong with the prices on this as well. You can book them in advance, but they obviously say that it's best going down and seeing on the day to actually get seating in there. So there's about 270 seats in this thingy, and it's actually 2D performance. I don't know why they shouldn't even put it in 3D anyway, to be honest with you. My information is here on Empire Cinema, sunderland.empirecinemas.co.uk for more information, and please go and check out this movie. And like I say, it's going to be well worth, what I think is going to be well worth seeing it. I think it's going to be a brilliant epic. And again, like I said before, I'm still half and half about it, because I'm kind of still 50%, 50%. Ugh, so I just don't know. So I'll see. I think that they rating is fine now to see the movie, which is going to be pretty thing on it. So my point of view, it's now next week, the week after, and I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. Me and Jade's going to go and see it. Me and Jade is definitely going to go and see this film. It'll be in the night time though for it, because the new time she can get with it, especially with the babysitting job and everything else she's got at the moment. So we're definitely all going on the Wednesday, 24th of October. And in the USA, they get it later, which is fine. Well, I do understand that the budget was set out really high to do Regency Pictures and 20th Century Fox for a hell of a thing for it. Unbelievable. So the Americans might get it. For Queen fans, I'm very skeptical about it, and I will see the press guide on Thursday, because I want to know by the press guide, is there any information about the Bohemian Rhapsody movie? I want to know, and we'll find out next week, because there might be an extra live stream on Thursday morning to do the paper review thing, and we'll get them on the day. I don't know. I'm kind of still a bit moving hard about it. So I'm not in good spirits. It's kind of just like, well, I'll go and see it, and you know. Planmix is here. Hello, man. Just got your messages right now. Because I was on Henry Browser, something bizarrely. Quick update about AdSense. AdSense is getting sorted out 2 weeks' time. And again, the AdSense back. Thank God. So, because YouTube obviously just disabled it for over a month, so I'm still able to get the AdSense back on, which is great. That's good. We've got a lot more videos coming out next week, guys, on YouTube, so look out for a lot more production stuff coming out, especially with the beginning behind the scenes of Jodie's album, which is going to be really good. So I'm looking forward to that. Because now I've got OBS back on, I can actually stream the audio live in sync with the production side of it, which I've just tried to get sorted out. Can't wait. It's so good next week. Looking forward to being a challenging week, actually, with 3 days work. It's going to be really good. And she's in from 2 till 7 on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that's going to be perfect for me. So I'm just going to get some work done with that as well. As for the website, Monday I'm going to pay it on Monday. I'm going to pay the £2 yearly cost for this GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com has been very, very good indeed for what I'm going to buy. They're damn cheap. Well cheap indeed. So I was reading all about GoDaddy's servers. Apparently it says that the servers do crash a bit, but GoDaddy's alright with it, to be honest. But can't go up what I'm going to pay for it anyway. So, you know, get a website put and produced now. But I have to work on that tomorrow. It's going to be very tiring tomorrow, but then again I'll get through it tomorrow. And I've also got we've got a lot of things to. We've discussed a lot of things yesterday. The meeting was fantastic yesterday. I was really impressed, and I've had a lot of good vibes for the next couple of weeks coming up. And dead inside is good. As I said, I've told Jodie, I said, listen, your pre-advanced sales are going to be fucking high. And I said, as long as we get them all the vaults done, we get it out, get it in the shops. We're also looking for a distributor now, because SC Entertainment can't really release stuff out without a distributor we need. So we are looking to that next week. I've been looking through it all this week. I haven't contacted anybody about it yet, but next week will be a better idea for me to start getting a distributor for getting our stuff out. But I don't know if it involves in costage or it's just going to be easy enough to pay for, or couldn't pay for. So, and if not, we'll get it out. But we are going to still sell them in HMV. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I've also realised that our toner was acting up a couple of days ago, and in fact it is a black toner that's affecting the thing. So I'm going to make a new poster now for the advertisement. Stupid thing anyway. So we're going to try and go for a red sort of like a pastiche red for the advertisement for it. So we're going to try and do that because the black doesn't work. Black doesn't work for printing. Black doesn't work for graphics. Bizarre. Well, God knows why. So the other thing is, the other thing happening. I've got a lot to tell you guys. As you all know, we have now our recent person who was going to work for us is now gone. We've now found a replacement person to do the admin now, and Jodie's going to do it because she looked at all of our admin and she wants to see admin. So she's going to do it for us, and it's going to be great. Trying to get somebody on board who can actually type out well and do things well and get her production, train, and everything she needs to do. We talked a lot yesterday about the job offer, and I've offered the job to her. I just really wish that we had this finished earlier than planned. But I'm very glad she left it to the last minute to get this done. And we've got CDRs to buy. I've still got stickers in there for the CDs. The CD labels got to be sorted out. And Discogs has been really well to us as well. So Discogs has been brilliant for us. We can sell it on Discogs for I'll make cuts with and sell. At the moment, we haven't sold many of Jade's album. At the moment, we sold quite a lot. Dead Inside's the biggest one we're ever going to be successful with. It's going to be a successful album to do. So I don't really want to say that. Don't be disappointed with this one. Marvis Days is definitely going to be the one on YouTube that people are going to go mad for. It's going to be fucking unreal. And we launch her YouTube channel next week, which is good. So we get a couple of behind the scenes videos of Dead Inside and all that stuff going on, and because you guys are going to see Dead Inside, the making of it. There's a video coming out next. Marvis Days will be released hopefully the week before it comes out, and she still wants it out on Halloween night, and she said yes, I don't want it on Halloween night, and we're trying to arrange a special night sorting out for us all. But we're going to try and have like a launch thing for it on the day, unfortunately, we can't do that. It's stupid right bastard policy. It's fucking pissed off with them. So they wouldn't allow us to do it. Oh no, we can't have that. No, no, we can't have that. Have to have a... Thanks, guys. So unfortunately, that's a no-go. We do have another option though, which I'm going to look into next week, and you'll be first to know on YouTube and on SC Entertainment as well. Okay, guys, if you want to follow us next week on the live streams on Facebook, to Monday and Monday and Wednesday, we're going to be live simultaneously on YouTube and also on Facebook, and we don't want to miss any of this at all, and things are just going to go great. I'm looking forward to it being a brilliant week. I'll get the chat room in a minute. I just want to talk about other things in a minute. That's just things I need to go over, a few more things. So the other thing that's come around that we really not sort of anything to do with Queensville, but with another YouTube channel. Well, the YouTube channel that I originally was going to start up was a Passion Records thing, but that was a failure. So I think we're going to basically give Jodie my original channel for it and get it as Dead Inside Official. And then we are working on next year doing videos in January now, which is a better idea. And everybody can have time off in the next few weeks. November is going to be the easiest option to meet your put it up again. And then we can get sorted out with December. And I go back to Prudhoe on the 17th of December for a full day. That's a full day. Recording Jade's album, her third album, and we have nearly finished her. She was actually in here yesterday. She's finished all the songs for the Gothic album, and we are now waiting for cover art. We're waiting for photo sessions, which I'm gonna have to do now because, unfortunately, Emmeline, who was going to work for us, and sadly she's busy as hell. So, a bit let down on that side of issues, but never mind. We'll get, because we really want to try and get some photo shots with Jodie next week as well, which we're going to do. Some photo shots with Jade, photo shots with Jodie, and just a lot of things that we've got planned for next year. And we have just started our plan of actions now for next year. We want every week to come with a plan of action next year with Jodie's plan of action, Jade's plan of action. The band situation, we're getting the band sorted out for the thing we're doing for it. That's going to be really good. And Jade will get a gig somewhere, and everybody's been asking about tickets for Jade's pub tour. And we might be doing it. I think it will be good. So, and the other thing is we will be, because I also said to Jodie, if you want to sell your albums, I'm going to let you have permission to sell them and keep the profits for yourself, because technically you need it yourself really, because you know you did this album, you should get paid for it. So, anyway, so that's all out of the way. Just some stuff I have to go over first before we get to the chat room, because Planet Mix is typing away. I will get you chatting in a minute, I do promise. So SC Entertainment is going to have a proper email domain name next week. We'll be officially on Google next week as well. Yes, finally we're on Google, and we will be ready to start our fucking website. So there'll be a lot of stuff on the website we're going to do. So it's still in the progress of trying to get updated every day with videos and things, but it's just Google Chrome has been a bastard to run. Google Chrome's been crashing on Facebook, and it's also been crashing on YouTube. And fuck me, what a fucking pain in the ass. Honestly, Google Chrome is getting worse. I do use Edge for when I'm editing the website as well. It's something I can do because I can't do anything with Google Chrome. It says crashes all the time. It's like, so what's all the crash reports you need? It's like, well, you're just trying to make it even more thing for us to do, which is bizarre. So Google Chrome's a bit of a nightmare to do. Right, now let's get on the Queen stuff now. Now let's talk about these discs that I received from my package that came last week. Well. I was very impressed with what I received. Now, first of all, let's do this one first. Let's do this one first, right? This first disc was really well. It was okay. I wouldn't say this was the best one, but this this DVD was a rip from a DVD clone, which is common DVD, obviously. Now it's a rip of a DVD, and it is unofficial. It's from a guy called Chief Moose, or Mouse, I think his name is, and he's a YouTuber who does it professional DVDs. Now, this is Super Live in Japan, 1979 TV version. This is the TV version with which is heavily cut, and this is not recommended to watch. First of all, the quality is really well done, but on the video itself you can see what he's done. The guy, he has put a fudged thing on the video because it's got Japanese subtitles in the video of it, and I've watched this and I was not impressed. Fair enough, it was probably what they could only get, but obviously Chief Mouse comes in and he decides to put this on, and it's very weird. It's a very weird version of this. It's not what I'd say the best one. It's probably not the good one to watch this one. But Super Live in Japan 79, it's very difficult to watch this one. Really awkward. The performances are not too bad. I would say that wasn't one of Queen's best ever works. Mercury suffered a lot, and his voice was really everywhere. It's really bad as well. His voice was everywhere on this one. And it was made for TV, obviously, because I went to Japan, did it at TV States, and they said, no, we want to do a Queen concert for us for free. And it was done for free. So didn't get paid to do it, and basically it looks to me like it's just on a TV sound stage, and it's supposed to be in a Japan concert. It's not. It's on a TV sound stage, and this is just a no-go at all. So I don't recommend this at all. This one, but I do have to say thank you to Gaming Head who sent this to me, but unfortunately, no. But two bonus features are on this. There is an alternate version of The Show Must Go On, which I don't know if that was fan-made. It looks to me it was. Apparently it's his own version of The Show Must Go On. Updated version of it. It was okay, actually. It wasn't great, it was okay. And the other bonus feature is Keep Yourself Up. Keep Yourself Alive on this? I think it was. No, If You Can Beat Them, Join Them on the disc as well. And then there's some unedited footage from the Japan concert, which is a dreadful version. It's terrible VHS tape. It sounds like VHS tape's been worn out, but it's being bootlegged really heavily on this one. But Super Live in Japan, I'm not really digging it. I don't dig this at all. It was a nice to have, but nah. So Chief Mouse can just do with what he wants in the DVD, but that wasn't a good one, that one. So I really didn't like it. It was not very good. Well, I was surprised. This one is, well, first of all, I'm very glad he actually did right on this one. This one was interesting. This is very interesting, this one. I really thought, I was getting a full movie, 24 hours worth of material. The disc was actually full. So apparently, you know, when you rip the disc, apparently the disc was actually, you can see there, it's full. Very shocked to see this one. Really excited to see it. And I got to say, this is the best quality I've ever seen. The DVD quality is fantastic. Shut up, Devin! DVD quality is fantastic. Sound quality is fucking awesome. And this, I'm going to give this to. I'm actually going to give this to Mark, because I've had some bad news, traumatizing news yesterday. Mark is in hospital, and I had a text from him last night that I'm glad I didn't get upset about it. I was really concerned. Mark's suffering from a bowel infection, and the guy's in hospital now. And I thought next week we were going to film the Queen demos, but I've just recently heard last night that he's not well. The guy's really not well. So it really is a bit hard to talk about it. I didn't want to say this live on the live stream, but I will. You know, me and Mark go way back 6 years. We know each other for 6 years. And he's an amazing guy. You know, when I met Mark, he really has had to be in shit places, in shit times, in shit moods, and shit things happened to him this year. You know, the last 3 years has been very hard for him to do. But he moved up here. He settled into his new house. Everything was going well. For the first month, everything went really well for him. Next thing I hear, the guy's in hospital now, and he's got a bad infection. So, I want to just quickly say this to him. Get well soon, mate. I'll come and see you as soon as I can. And to Julie, please make sure that the Skype pulls through, which is good. Anyway, back to what I was going to say about this thing. This is probably one of the best DVDs I've ever received from this guy. This came originally from his own rip. I haven't got a clue where he got it from, but I've never seen the quality amazing. The whole thing is raw. It's not remixed. It's not been enhanced. It's raw. And I can tell by the way it's raw because the way that Freddie does the Prophet song live, and also great. The best thing I've ever heard about this is the medley. The Queen medley on this is flipping brilliant. It's well good. And I will be ripping this to my computer because I haven't ripped it yet, but I will be ripping this. But I'm going to give this to Mark, and I think he needs this in his thing collection. So you guys will probably wonder what this is. Well, you never believe what I got, and you'd be shocked. And this is really one of the best ones I've ever seen, and it is Earl's Court 77 in HD. And I tell you what, I have watched this twice. I can't get over the fact this is amazing. This DVD is fucking awesome. So for Queen fans, if you get a chance to get in touch with Gaming Head, who subscribes to this channel every week, get a copy of this. And this, in my point of view, is well worth buying. So get a nice thing off Gaming Head and say to him, I want this DVD. And guys, I'm really seriously saying this to you guys. If you want the best quality you're ever going to get, this is the one you really need to watch. This is going to Mark. I don't want this. And the Japan one as well, I'm going to give it to Mark as well, because I think he deserves to have these anyway. So these are going to get moved on to Mark, and because you get the parcel from me in the next couple of days anyway. But I just want to wish Mark all, I hope he gets well soon, and I hope he pulls through as well, because we need to think about him so much as well from it today. So that's the news I've had today. I didn't really want to say it live on a live stream, but it's just something that I have to air live, and that's it really for it. Devon, get out now. Go in your bed, lie down, and you stop being silly. Go in your bed and lie down. Go in your bed and lie down. Right. Okay. So this stream's everywhere today, so it's kind of like Devon come in, Devon come out, Devon come in, Devon come out. She's only barking because she just wants attention. That's all she wants. That's that out the way. And then speed. Okay. Right. Okay. So I am now going to get the chat now. Planet Mix has been talking to me. Sent me 5 messages, so I will get to them now. 5 messages, right? Yeah. Anything small, anything's wild. Hi Tez, I might have misjudged you about the rating of Bohemian Rhapsody, as the trailers and TV spots there were putting it as a PG-13. That's the USA. UK 12A. But we must have a different age guide than the USA for whatever reason. See, I don't know why the hell they were going to issue it as a PG rating. So that was a mistake from one thing anyway. So yes, 12A is what they should read for it, and I think it was a good idea. So do that. Gave Slenderman a PG in the USA. Oh, that's what you got confused with. That's fine. That's fine. Slenderman's a bit naff. So I've been hearing bad stories about Slenderman. It's a bit shit. Well, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, has earned over 30 million pre-order sales to see. Jesus, that's in the UK only. Yeah, Universal have made money for that. Ticketmaster's made a lot of money for it. The cinemas will make quite a lot of money for it as well. I mean, technically, I don't really want to go and pre-order the film. I'd just rather go and see it on the day, to be honest, because there's no point me. Why is the point me booking it when I can literally go there and watch it anyway? Huh? So, yeah. There'll be quite a lot of scoring actually on that Wednesday night. I can't wait to go and see it. Going for £8 though, it's really cheap. That's really cheap to go there. So yeah, my tickets, my money's already sorted out for that, which is good. And ticket advance, I think it's over the USA. Oh, for the USA version. Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Well, the USA's got more money over there, you know. Brian Rogers is going to go to London. They're going to go and see the premiere in London, obviously. They won't go to the American one. But it'll be really worth thinking it. Like I say, I'm still half and half about it. I don't know. We'll see. What's your thoughts on Disney live movies and your thoughts on Aladdin being the recent one released next year in May? I heard about that Aladdin thing coming out, the live action one. Well, I've heard that. Well, here's something actually. This is interesting for Disney fans. I'm a Disney fan anyway. I love Disney films. My mum's a Disney fan downstairs. She's got all the Disney films. Some films she has got, some films she hasn't got, because there's a few things she doesn't like about some Disney films that she really doesn't like the cartoon ones. Well, if you have just recently read, Disney has obviously repackaged all of their they've repackaged all their DVDs now, and they're reissuing them as a I think they're releasing them as an anniversary of the best of Disney animation, because you know that we know like Disney's now going back into real animation as what it is. So they've now released 55 films, including the artwork. The main box artwork is has been labelled as sort of main character DVD releases. So you may think they might have had like plastered with one of them that was with Hercules. That was the main attraction. The Incredibles main attraction. So that's what it is. It's main attraction features that are kind of the main guys in the movies that they're making for profit for Disney. What they're doing is, so Disney spent a huge marketing campaign, 10 million in this year, to re-release all their stuff out, not make it limited time only for it. And one of the releases that I have recently seen from live, this is by the way, I'm talking talking about the animation ones. Great releases from Disney, so well done for that. For the live action ones, there's a new version of Mary Poppins that's been released. The artwork is dreadful. The artwork looks like it's been botched together with using the background of the film, with Julie Andrews being plopped into the middle, and Disney decided just to really go, oh, okay, what we're going to do about this cover then? No, let's put Julie Andrews on the top with when it's coming down the thing. It doesn't make it authentic. It's like they've just like put a box art in there, and they've put her standing on the sleeve, and it just looks shit. Why couldn't they have just released it? Because all they did is to put all that on, and on the bottom they've decided to put all the guys playing, you know, all the chimney sweep people in there, and do it that way for what it's worth. So what is the deal with that? I don't know, but it looks to me like that is just saying it's not good for Disney's packaging art. So I'm not really very impressed with that one, but I did have the collector's edition of that. But the standard edition they've brought out now is absolutely dreadful. It's just dreadful. Even with Columbia TriStar, who've just released all of their movies now, they brought out the Oliver movie a year ago now, and they've just re-released it again. Then they brought out Annie, and they've just decided to, for their marketing idea, to make it friendly, to try and replicate it as the movie was. But what did they do? They just decided to put Annie out, and then literally decided they wanted just to keep the actual the dog and the thing on the front of it, but let's put the background not as bland as it was in the VHS cover, which is totally right. And what they do is just decide to box art it very badly and just say it's just not worth it really for what it's worth. So it's just seriously that bad indeed for it. So, but from my point of view, for Disney live action movies, Disney live action movies, it is probably, I mean, when they were rebooted in 2003, when Disney had just, the Disney Channel in America just started to get some attention for it. In 1995, we had the UK version of it, which sucked ass anyway. It was dreadful. What they were doing was they were showing all of their TV shows, the TV movies, the Parent Trap, and what Disney was doing at the time. The new guy came in, and he wanted to remake some of the, I don't like the word remake, I like the reboots. They wanted to reboot some films that had never been really like kind of the younger generation, in this 2000 editions would be appropriate to see it with for a reaction from an audience in the USA, for the teenagers and the kids who like to watch them sort of things, which I suppose is pretty good as what it is anyway. And then Disney just decided to reboot films that would be appealing to have for that anyway, for that quality side of things. I mean, fair enough, exposing kind of Jamie Lee Curtis on a Disney film does not work at all. I mean, fair enough, she was approached by Disney and she said, why don't you play the mother in the Freaky Friday film? We want to make it more rocky and more teeny agey. You know, we don't want to make it like the original is. But because she didn't really want to do it, to be honest. But at the request of Disney, they forced her to say, "Please do this movie." But you know, because I wasn't really happy with the way they did it. I felt it was just treated like it was just made as a terrible film for things. And so that's why live action movies now that Disney is producing, like the Aladdin one there, come out next year. The Aladdin one is pretty much first time on the big screen. It'll get the attention for the youngsters to go and see it. Our generation won't understand it at all. I do like. I think from the 90s when Disney went through failures and made bad mistakes. Probably Aladdin is not really a great film. Fair enough. Robin Williams, who's not with us now, Robin Williams kind of really, it's not bad. They're going to hire him, they're going to pay him a lot of money to do it, it's fine. But then he decided not to do the second one, obviously, and everybody's pissed off with the second one. They said it didn't match our needs for it. The other thing is, here's something else that I was reading the other day. Now, if you remember, I was talking about this the last stream, when Disney started doing when the reboot franchise had just begun. Tarzan had been done twice. The other ones, what was the other one they started to do? Because Universal was going under right financial issues at the time. I remember when Nick Professor came out, it was a joke when it came out, that movie. It was, like I said before, I mean, fair enough. You're getting Russell Simmons to come and produce the movie, plus you need Jerry Lewis involved as well, which is one thing. Making the sequel is not good at all. Universal's bloody claim to fame is, let's get Imagine Entertainment involved and let's get spiky haired Brian to come and do it, because we need his help. Useless. So, and then if you remember the did anybody see that film that came out, the second Jungle Book film with the animation one, Jungle Book 2? That was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster. It was supposed to continue from the way that the movie was going to continue from when it left off from the first original one. And I wondered, well, who's voicing who's voicing the big, the main, the big guy for it? And then they decided to get John Goodman to come in and do it. Bad choice. Bad mistake. It's a bad mistake. I wasn't impressed with the movie. I think it was a lot of crap, to be honest. And people didn't like it. Everybody really just went off it a bit, and Disney got complaints and said, this movie's a load of crap. As you just was disappointing for the audiences that don't want to see it. And nobody ever watched it. And I think that's why people got rid of it. And I skipped to the end of the movie and I said, who the hell's voicing this? And I was thinking, John Goodman. Why the hell did I get him for? Is he trying to be replica of what Phil Harris used to be? Phil Harris was a master. He was brilliant. I mean, the 1992 documentary that was done, when Disney started doing the re-release of Jungle Book, Phil Harris was interviewed for the last time, saying, "Well, I played this guy, and did this thing and everything else." Phil Harris was the best. He was the best one in the world. But he did yeah, a few Disney films in the 90s was terrible. I mean, fair enough, the TV reboots were dreadful as well. I mean, when they did that, they did some really bad movies. Because the thing that happened with Christina Ricci, you know her from the Ghost Casper movie thing. She got involved with them because Robert Simmons, who was a great producer, he did the Airheads movie, brilliant film. Robert Simmons decides to not actually take over for it, but get involved with Christina herself to help her get a better thing for it, and then decided that it was in the best interest to actually redo this film. But what did they do? They ruined her career so badly for it, and it was just like, this is dreadful. And I thought, this is awful. The movie was really, really shit, to be honest. But one of the films that I like from MTV's generation is probably the first one they did, which is Joe's Apartment. And I thought that was hilarious. That was brilliant. I really like the way they did that film. It was really the first ever MTV movie produced by Paramount and then Paramount Pictures, who own MTV now. They went through great times and stuff, you know, so really good stuff. But some Disney things should be left alone. Like, one film I do like of Disney's in the 60s is that The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, and they haven't redone that one yet, which I'm very glad about. And then it was people asking me to go and watch this Rollerball. I mean, I love the original Rollerball. The original Rollerball is, if you ever seen Rollerball, the original movie of it, the original one, that is brilliant. But the remake, when it came out, I watched it, and I wasn't impressed. The acting was shit. The acting was bad. Fair enough, it was dangerous to do with the stunts, but the acting was so terrible. It was like, you can't even act. So, my thoughts on Disney live movies. Fair enough, if they want to make live action movies, then let them do it. If Disney wants to now be part of the Fox treatment, let's say, yeah, they'll do it that way. You know. Gaming Head says hello. I sent you. I got you your message, mate. I don't know if Gaming Head's still here. I might need to talk to you actually about that, because I've just remembered about that actually. So I'll message you back in a minute, because something's come up now, unfortunately. So you might have to. I'll message you now. I'll message you now. Disney has. Will Smith is playing the genie in the new movie. Will Smith is a hell of an actor. Best thing he ever did was Independence Day. Hands down. The iRobot thing, nah. But Will Smith, good actor. Love him in Independence Day. And they were asking me, did you get to see the second Independence Day? I did. I don't know what to say about it. I was hit and miss everywhere. Original, first one was better. Fair enough, I got the right directors and the same producers and everything. Great. All the actors came back, and then kind of a bit like that, really. Disney will become an emperor if they buy loads of films from the movie series licenses like Star Wars, but they bought the rights in the very beginning for Pirates of the Caribbean. Walt's wife and his children and their children will be set for life wherever the years Disney family generation goes on. Well, to be honest with you, yeah. Right. I saw that that documentary of Walt Disney. The Mouse, Once Upon a Mouse, it's called, and it was a half an hour documentary of it. It's a shame one part was removed because it wasn't the same as what the VHS version was. Well, I think I know which part they moved off anyway. Once Upon a Mouse is brilliant. The one on True Stories is the best one. It's really good, really good. But when if you've seen the video of you've seen the video of the you've seen the video of the anniversary of Walt Disney. That's hard. That's very hard to watch. That's actually done at Walt Disney World live with the Sherman Brothers. One of the Sherman Brothers that was still alive at the time, and he's done. He's did a song called "Feed the Birds." That's very fucking really emotional to see that. Very emotional. But the Disney generation, I mean, like I said, they could just continue with it. Make a mess of people's lives. Right, moving on. The actors and actresses who played Freddie, Brian and John and Mary Austin have been getting together lately in interviews to promote the movie, and the guy who plays John can't talk alright. Just a shame. Then Ben Hardy, who plays Roger, doesn't want to be involved. That's what this is all the controversy that was going on with at the time. I remember watching the One Show. I can't stand it. That is dreadful. Dreadful show. Who watches that crap? What's that supposed to be about? It's supposed to be exporting people just getting interviews and trying to figure out their own ideas of what they need to do with the fucking interviews and stuff. What do? Take the piss out of them. That's not a fucking entertainment show. That's people who want to go there and just do it for free and just go, well, I don't want to talk about our music. Well, why are we here at the One Show for? What's the point of being here? You're not even interested in. We don't want to talk. We want to say we want to play something for you guys. No, not allowed to do that. We want to do someone's got contractual issues. Like, well, fuck you then. It's just because the BBC. It's just because the way that show works is it's all like a morning show that is just badly gone wrong. So I'm sorry, but that doesn't work at all for me. Yeah, Ben Hardy was involved. I remember when Roger Taylor was interviewed that time, and he said that you're trying to get Ben Hardy. And he says we're trying to. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Well, we'll talk about that now. Just seems he either did it for fame or his paycheck for being in the movie. Well, as I said, it depends if it's that interested with it. You know, I suppose not too bad. It just seems either be how Men, the first Men in Black movie, he gets the shit kicked out of him. The first Men in Black movie is brilliant. Don't care about the songs in it. Fucking brilliant. I didn't even know Steven Spielberg produced it. I love the first movie. It was great. It was really good. Second one was shit. But Barry Sonnenfeld's first being a director on the film was fantastic. I do like that other one he made, the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West movie. I don't like his career. I don't like his singing career. I like his movie career is better. Wild Wild West is brilliant. Especially the head part. My dad wanted to know. He said, "Well, I'm going to show the head part in that film," and he loved it so much. He's like, "Oh, God, this movie's brilliant." I was like, "God, that guy is in the head." He's like, "How did it do that?" So it's the CGI, isn't it? So what it is. One thing I do like, I'm going with children's movies, right? I love what's his name? Oh, what is it called? Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I've always seen that movie. BBC will never show that ever on BBC One. Why they never showed it for? I got no idea. Because we can't show it. It's a dimension thing. Everybody gets scared with it. It's like, shut up. Can't show that film. Too much attraction for it. Shot by Lava Girl was brilliant. Really good film indeed. Did you like? How about the Men in Black now? Nah. Second movie crap. First movie good. Always the first movies are the best ones. So, on our point of view, I really have to say, Men in Black movies really, really, really well. I've just got a message from somebody. Let's take the time in a minute. Unfortunately, because the position is filled now, I'm afraid. Somebody was actually wanting the job to work here on Monday. But I can't have anybody at the minute. What is this? What the fuck is this shit? I'm not interested in that. No, sorry. That you can go with one. Okay. Today's movies suck. CGI movies I can't stand. Matrix movies, brilliant. Just 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, I was going to say, because, yeah. By the way, I'm not Mr. Gaming Head. I've just been telling him about things going on. Right, questions. Come on, guys. Don't let me bored, please. I don't want to wait. I don't want to sit here for another hour. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk business. Which is what I need to do anyway. Can't wait next week, guys. It's coming. But anyway, let's talk about Devon. How's Devon been? Devon's been good. She's back to her normal self now. She's lying on the bed. She's, you know what Devon's like. Devon's just been really well. Yesterday, all week, you didn't see her for 2 weeks, obviously, but last week, the middle of this week, it's been really difficult to look after her. But she is doing really better now. She got a little clear yesterday. She has me bleeding. She's been bloody fantastic. She's pulled through. But she might have to go for another operation. But we don't know if that's confirmed yet. We don't know. Might be not. We don't know. It depends. Right. Okay. Gaming Head's okay with that. What are you saying now, Planet Mixer? God, you got full of stories this week. It's good. Right. Okay. So I will get to the comment page in a minute. I just recently got a mid-90s movie called From Dusk Till Dawn. I have. Is that the James Rolfe review? It's reviewed it, and that part where the old man comes up and says, "What the hell do you want? What do you think? I want. You mean? Oh bastard! I want a room." And the old man's like, "Okay." That's the Quentin Tarantino film, isn't it? His movies are alright. His best one he ever did was Pulp Fiction. Bloody brilliant film. I don't like the I don't like that the one he made. That although what was the one he made? Oh, I do like his yeah. I have to say that yes, definitely Pulp Fiction's brilliant. fucking brilliant stuff. And what else? Did another film as well. Planet Terror. That was done by Robert Rodriguez. Fabulous guy, is fucking good. Ever watched that what was it? Yeah, ever watched Planet Terror? Wow. Quentin Tarantino films, okay. Jackie Brown's a bit weird. I don't like Jackie Brown. It's just an exploitation film. I don't think that's right for me. That is anyway. That's not a good one of his. I remember I watched a SFW. Was it SFW? I think it was called. The one that was controversial at the time and was banned. It was. I watched it now. I thought it was nothing wrong with it. Really, it just seemed like just a normal film. It just didn't seem anything wrong with it. I don't know what the hell all the controversy was about. The media took it really, really silly. This film's going to be banned. It's going to be banned all over. You can't see this film. It's not allowed to. One was push the button too much. It just didn't make any sense. Media issues, ridiculous. But yeah, I like my movie choices. A bit weird. I like one of my favourite films was the 80s. There's a film called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. My sister went absolutely hyperactive for. I mean, played it so many times. There was a really good film that came out by, was this a remake of another film that David Niven played, and then Frank Oz comes in and does these crazy things and stuff. It's a fucking great movie, bloody great. I think I like films like that, and I think that was probably the best film they ever did in France, the Chateau de Monolas. You know, it was a very expensive film to make that actually, but Mike Menavoy, part of Orion Productions, just wanted to do it, and he said, "Here, £30,000, go to France, make the film." And he was actually living at the time. Frank was living in France at the time as well, and that's how them two met on the movie with Michael Caine coming in. But he wanted it for a bigger fee when he was doing the movie. I love talking about movies and stuff. I love talking about businesses. Love it. There was one film I was watching a couple of weeks ago called, if you remember the huge hype that happened with Chicken Run, the film. My mum's got the Royal Gromit films all downstairs and all the TV shows. She loves it a bit. And I got the Chicken Run film because obviously it was DreamWorks who originally released the film. Pathé didn't release the film. Get that straight. Original DreamWorks production with Almond Animation. Pathé were just basically there just to get distribution rights and just get 500 people saying, "Let's get this thing marketed, get it out, and thingy and stuff." Pathé did shit. The UK versions, I think the UK version should have never been touched. But you see, DreamWorks is not in the UK. Have to have Pathé on the over the top. Yeah, right. It's because the company wants to put their own logo on it, saying, "Yeah, I'll just put it on." And Pathé went everywhere else. Went to France, didn't it? But Chicken Run had so many bloody problems because first of all, Mel Gibson was a challenge because Nick Park, was it Nick Park and Peter Lloyd, two of them, they did the movie together. That I remember actually in the press about it, something about saying that Mel wasn't getting paid much money to do the movie because they weren't allowed to have him in the UK, and they had to keep him away from the UK scene. He had to get to stay in the USA to record his audio parts, and they send the film over to America, as it was safer that way. But I think he got ripped off by that, and that was a concern for him as well. He didn't want. Fair enough. He didn't want to be. There was saying, well, if you do this movie, we'll pay you 2 times more than what it's worth anyway. And they always keep saying, no, not really. But it says, well, if I'm going to do this movie, I'll do it. But I'll tell you right now, I want some more money. More money for me. And DreamWorks really, really pissed him off. So if you think that the world of animation is fine and everything, I do like Julius Wilder playing it, but Mel Gibson coming in. It's just exploiting his audio all over the thing to make it even much better for it to be done. Mel Gibson's a good actor. First 3 Lethal Weapon films, brilliant. Last week, Lethal Weapon film, pants. Love his work. Makes you let's see what it is. Just to inform you, I watched TV spots for Queen. Good. A little part of Roger wants to smack Freddie and Brian Briggs. The fight that pulls Roger away. It lasts for a second, but Roger does go for Freddie for the movie. I bought it on. You bought the film, not this film. You bought the film you just said, Dusk Till Dawn on Blu-ray yesterday, and I liked the movie. Dusk Till Dawn is really good. Very, 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 very good Quentin Tarantino. That I think it was Tarantino and Rodriguez together working as well with Elizabeth Arden, who was his wife. Makes you wonder what they do with Chapter 2 if they will kill more of the Losers Club. I don't know if there's 7 in total. 75 minutes isn't bad, Tess, but you prefer 90 minutes per day of the live stream. People are not bothering to chat. It's a little bit weird just to watch a live stream and not chat at all. That's the whole point of YouTube. Is if I wasn't making content, I would not be getting people talking to me. If I just come on live, I wouldn't be able to say anything. So I like to have conversations with people and find out what your interests are. You know, like tell me about like hobbies you like and what sort of things, and I can talk about them and go, you know, like, you always keep saying to me, well, where's all the Queen? But why do you not talk about Queen? Like, I do, but the thing is that if it's not a subject to talk about Queen and Brian May and all that stuff, I mean, I look every day online, I'm thinking, well, that doesn't interest me. Yeah, I know Brian's doing all these scientific things, but that doesn't interest me at all. It's the music side I want to know about. I want to know about what Universal's coming out with. I want to know about what projects come out next year. I want to know about the business side. I love talking about the business side. I don't care about the DVDs and the thing of it. I like the business side of things. That's why I talk about business a lot. I know about everything about companies and stuff. So it just seems that it's better for me to talk about the business side than being on the thingy side. Because they always keep saying, well, why were these pictures in the calendars for this year and everything? And they would say, well, who's pressed it and everything else? And it's like Genesis Publications have got this, but they have not had the rights to use it for their new calendar for bringing it out. But they've obviously used it for their own strategic marketing side of it as well. I mean, with Days of Our Lives, that one I just got from the package I got from last week. You know, I wasn't bothered about the documentary. I was bothered about the extra scenes and what about when it was what was hyperactive with only one disc inside it. It's a joke. That's what I'm talking about. Vinyls, I've talked about vinyls, you know, where they're pressed, where they're done, where they're actually produced and everything. That's what this channel is about. It's not about saying about the band or anything, or Freddie was brilliant and everything else, or his creative juices were brilliant and his music was fantastic. Yeah, I love to talk about that stuff, but I like to talk about something that I'd like for myself, to business-wise. So, Planet Mixie, absolutely spot on, mate. Thank you. Just seems the streams so these days are very chatty, and sometimes there's just only 1 or 2 people on chat. Well, that's what I like to be chatty. I like to talk to people, you know. If I'm out with the guys from this business and they want to go there, this is what we talk about. It's busy. It's easy that way. You know, what sort of music interests we like, what sort of ideas do we have in mind for projects and songs, you know, and things and everything. Playing keyboards, production side of it, making a business that's so successful now. You know, we've just planned our next year going forward with this now. Jade's coming back now, which is good. She's back on board. Looking forward to that. And it's going well. So here's something else that I'd like to talk about actually is this box set coming up from Brian May. See, now we're getting in the music territory now. Now, Universal's obviously planning to bring this out again, probably bringing up Brian's box set. But I think they want to do it like with Brian's help. I don't know why this is coming around in the box set. Apparently, it's somebody they want to put in it. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. Apart from the fact we're getting B-sides and other performances and stuff like that with Freddie's team. Now they decide on what to do with his box set. So Sony Music have decided to allow him to put in the Kerry Ellis albums. Why? I have no idea. Because it technically is not a Brian May solo project. It's a collaborations project. And I don't like the Kerry Ellis thing. It doesn't work for me. Something like the Kerry Ellis thing is just weird. Fair enough. It's if he's trying to market something out from Kerry Ellis to come and sing on, let him do it. I mean, fair enough. He's a great guitarist, but why does he have to export her voice to make it on an album which makes it well enough to be playful when people don't want to buy it and they go, it's crap? I mean, I did like that Wicked thing that she brought out. The rest of it was just naff. I wasn't really happy with their album anyway. It was just a lot of shit. And then Brian gets really pissed off and he says, well, why is it my guitar sound is not like the Queen sound we had originally for it? Oh, it's new technology. We can't do all this tape business anymore. Digital's the way, mate. And then he had a hoo-ha with Decca Records, and he said that why is it you're releasing it on Decca 4 and why is it not on my own label? Oh, we've got to make sure it's on her label though, but Decca's got to. We're trying to meet a way of what we can do with that. I can't have your production company coming into this for Decca's side of it. I have to market it out as she is anyway, but you're not involved. And then he leaves that label, and he goes to Sony Music, and now he realizes Sony Music's fine with it. They say, is it a two-way thing? Is it a one-way thing? Well, he's thinking, well, I produced her first album. See what's happening. So what's happening is at the time. The reason he got signed to Sony when he bought the Golden Days album, I mean, that was alright. Wasn't great. He goes to Sony and they say, well, this time we'll do it our way. Let's do it our way. So, so obviously Brian's at the photo shoot. Big dome in the middle of the thing. Two of them on the front of the sleeve. Background, nothing. Backside, Smiley Brian, Smiley Kerry. The cover art is shit. Don't understand about the cover art for that album at all. I don't understand it. What's with it? What is with the dome? Your crystal ball in the future. But it's just a white light though. It's the white light nothing seeing inside it. Stupid idea for it. Why don't you just make it like a Jodie album? No, make it like what we're making at the minute. Like the Jodie album comes out a few weeks' time. Dead Inside. That's an album cover you really want to get. With it on the back as well. That's just me. Yes, I am a bit negative about things because I don't like the way things have done this year with all the music scene going on. I mean, I heard that song again. I don't even fucking like it. I don't understand her voice at all. Trying to think she's. Why she got to do like two parts going up and down like a trying to sound like a horrible American singer who can't sing a fucking note. Go away. I don't want to know about that. I'll write my own music, thank you very much, and I'll give you something I'll fucking give to the public. Don't you worry about. We will try and beat Brian May on this next. I'll tell you what, right? When we bring up My Best Days in a couple of weeks' time, I am going to tell you right now, that song comes out. I'm saying it to Brian May for real. And Driving Down the Road Again comes out, and the video shoot we got for that is fucking going to be brilliant. And because Jodie's directing it actually. 2 songs coming out from that album. I'm telling you guys, you're going to fucking love it when it comes out. It's going to be so brilliant when it gets finished. Especially the Garden Light. We were having actually an idea for the Garden Light song to actually bring it out as well as a bonus track because it's on the album anyway. We're thinking about bringing 3 songs out that might be brilliant for us to do. Garden Light, we'd love to do that. I think we should do it like as a lovely as a lyric video for that actually. And that's something that the 3 guys who are working together with Jodie now, they're going to work on her thing. I can't wait. You wait till Mother's Day comes out. Because no one's heard the finished mix of Mother's Day yet. There is a rough version of that on my channel from the rough Jodie mix of it, but that was done like months ago. But they were the rough ones. But the new version we've got now is gonna beat the shit out of Frontiers Records. Don't you worry about that. You wait. You fucking wait, guys. As soon as Mother's Day comes out on that YouTube, we'll be getting plundered for that so much. Really will be. Even the Driving Down the Road Again is going to be really good. So look out for that. Big things happening next week. Can't wait. Tez, do you care for budget gross? Say, if the Queen movie did perhaps made over $1 billion in money gross at the pictures, I enjoy these things for movie. It's like a music charts thing. I do actually, yeah. I get really excited if the movie makes money and makes a profit. The profit goes towards Queen Productions and Regency Pictures and 20th Century Fox. And I love talking about those things. If the UK market makes 25 million within the next few months, well, you're talking a lot of profit from that is anyway. If they're selling £8 a ticket to actually go and see this movie everywhere in the Empire theatres, you're talking about 295 bookings. Box office takings will be nearly over £8,000, nearly up to £10,000. So you're talking quite a lot. £10,000 for the box office would be really a good indeed. That's just for in this area only. I'm not talking about all the Empire theatres. Just this Empire theatre alone, £8,000 within a month. That's fucking fantastic. They'll make it probably about more profits made for the movie than what's made more for the what made more, but makes more for the business. But I do care about them things. I just want to see this press release coming out. I want to know this first press release in the papers. I want to know in the morning. I want to know when I go to my local paper shop over there. I want to know about who's the first reviewer going to put it on. I want to know. Because this is going to be a very interesting topic to talk about on the Friday. Really interesting. I have to admit, I'm a massive Queen fan. I have no regrets in loving the Hot Space album. I feel that if it shows what Freddie's voice could do with a different sound of Queen mix, I consider it my top 5 albums of Queen, maybe number 5. Oh. Right. I have talked and talked about this for many, many times. Now, you guys probably know that I don't like the Hot Space album, right? I do not like it. It's not one of Queen's best albums ever done. It's not. I'm not going to say much about it. I'm going to quickly say, if you like what you like, you like what you like. But from my point of view, Freddie doesn't cut it on that album. Only 3 tracks I like on it. That's all I like. The rest of the album can go in the bin. I mean, fair enough. He was trying something new and something different. I kind of didn't want that. I didn't want to hear that stuff. Maybe if you go back to Backchat, or some people always tell me saying Backchat's the best one ever done. It's not. It's just apart from Shoutly Lardy Mercury shouting his voice out the top of his lungs. I mean, there was Stay in Power. That was not really good. The live version of Stay in Power from Milton Keynes is kick-ass at its best. Much better. I do like the live version of that better than the fucking studio version of it. Damn better. It's too slow. Too slow. They should have just left. They should have basically have written Action this day for a Roger Taylor solo album. To be honest, she never went on that album in the first place because Roger wanted to get back to the rock roots really for us. Action this day is not bad, but it's not to me. It's not to me one of Queen's greatest albums. It's a medium album. It's a very medium album to listen to. If you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. If you like 3 songs on the album, like I do, there you go. But Mercury just goes too far on that album. Shouty is long off too much, especially with Caught the Fire. Dickey has a funky bass to it. You know, John Deacon's bass is so bizarre. You know, when you hear it, it's a really nice. It's a great bass he has. I mean, when he was doing that Beatles soundtrack, he didn't do the whole soundtrack. He did one song on it. One song. Because people get confused with this. Did anyone see the Beatles film? Well, I watched it, and I thought it was hilarious actually. But no. Deacon does not do the soundtrack album. He does one song on the soundtrack album, and that's No Turning Back. And in fact, if I remember rightly, I think that John does not play bass on that song. He's different bass on that, which is very bizarre. But I do like that song. I do love No Turning Back. I wish they would just bring it out again. Actually, that song, it's so good. It's really good. And John Deacon producing it as well, which is really a good idea for him to do. That's awesome. But he never wanted to be a solo artist. But it's good. But the film is a bit funny. Funny films I like is Top Secret from Abraham Zucker, the Madcap team. Ever watched that film? That Top Secret? It is one of the best films they've ever done. Apart from Ruthless People, which I really do like, the Ruthless People, and I like Airplane, the first Airplane movie, which was fucking hilarious. Didn't like the second one. The second one was a bit naff because Ken Corpse directed the second one, and but the first one was really good. The second one was naff. Then came the Naked Gun series, the Police Squad films, TV show, really good. And then Jerry decided to go solo and direct. Well, actually, it was Jim Abrahams. Jim Abrahams first did that film. What was it called? Twins film. The Twins film they made. Bette Midler and Lee Tomlin. What was it called again? I can't remember what it's called now. Twins movie anyway. That one. That was brilliant. Really good. And then Jerry did the Ghost film, which made loads of money. Which I was not expecting him to direct it actually, but he wanted to do it like he wanted to be a serious. He wanted to try to be a medium director, but be funnier director as well at the time. Didn't want to make it too mournful and stuff, you know. And I love that. I love the Ghost film. I think Ghost film was brilliant. And then he did. And then the guy who wrote Ghost switched roles with Jerry and said, because you directed the Ghost film, let me do a film that I'd like to do. And he said, sure. So they switched roles and they went to do My Life. And the My Life film, I've never seen it ever again, that film. And it's actually one of the good films, actually, a very hard film to watch. It's Michael Keaton, who plays in that movie. He played with if you watch the film called Pacific Heights, that is one of his best films he ever did. It's been not available for years. I still got it on DVD. DVD Empire bought that off me actually many years ago. I should have loved the film. It's got a very Hitchcock side to it, but a bloody good story to it as well. And it's really, really good. Really good. It's one of the best one of the best Morgan Creek films that James T. Robinson started up. Really good indeed. Whether Morgan Creek still going or anything, might be. One of the mediocre films that I didn't like was The Whole Nine Yards. The Matthew Perry thing was made in France with Jonathan Lynn directing it, with French people on the scene, and Matthew Perry trying to make his own thing for it as well, and then getting Battle Duncan Clark Duncan out of that film we did, the Green Mile. God, inspiring. That film is so brilliant. I think that was one of the best Stephen King novels, and Frank Darabont, who rewrote the script, bloody fantastic. Misery. I watched Misery a couple of days ago. I love it so much. I love it so much. James Caan. Like I say, James Caan plays in Rollerball. If you ever say Rollerball, is just an amazing film. I was happy with the reception the movie getting, and I was glad the official trailer is on its way to 30 million views. Good. Regency Pictures will be getting quite a lot of revenue for that film coming up, won't they? Yeah, they will. They'll be paid. They'll get quite a lot of AdSense for that as well. What is your favourite Queen Freddie Mercury documentary? That's a good question, that. Favourite Queen documentary first. Champions of the World. And I still haven't got it yet. And I need a copy of that soon. But without subtitles on, though. I love that documentary so much. That's the best documentary ever on VHS. But it's not complete. I want the full 3-hour version of it, though. Very Freddie Mercury documentary. Well, actually, it has to be the one you gave me, because of Great Pretender. That thing up there. Wow, that was better. That was longer than. Actually, that was longer than the YouTube video I saw, because YouTube cut bits out with other stuff. That was brilliant. But another Freddie Mercury documentary I like is the Untold Story, the uncut version of it, director's cut version. So good. Dan says, I'm off to get me tea now, Tez. I'll see you later. Cheers. I've got a good copy of Champions of the World in good quality. But I want to see the extras with it as well. I want to see the TV version as well with it, because the TV version is different to that version. But I will, yes. But the VHS version was brilliant. I love Champions of the fucking World. I love a fucking thing. If you've got, you know what you should have done actually, because as I said before, I'm going to be giving these to Mark, and now these are going to Mark now. I am going to rip the Earl's Court one. I'm keeping that one, not on the disc, but I'm going to keep it on my hard drive. That was brilliant. Earl's Court was fucking great. That double medley they did was well. In fact, that sounded well better than the rip off the documentary one. But very, very good, very good. Well impressed. I've been watching back on with the classic albums again. The classic album series. I was watching them the other day. The band one was really good, and Elvis. Actually, the Elvis Presley one was pretty good as well. Actually, I didn't know they did an Elvis Presley one, but that was the making of the first album we made with the Sun Records one, and it was really, really, really good, really good. I made the Earl's Cup one in 5 minutes. Not bad. Hey, I tell you what though, I did like that. That was a shock to get that. That was the best quality I've ever seen. But these are going to Mark. These are going to be delivered to Mark when I get to see him. I don't know, because he's in the hospital at the minute, as I said before in the live stream. Mark's in hospital, and I hope he gets well soon. I'm going to try and go and get to see him this weekend if I possibly can, but we'll see. What is happening next week? Next week? Who sent that? Next week, exciting things happening next week, guys. You've all been waiting for this album to come out, and she's coming in next week. Next week, Jodie is coming. I can't wait. We're spending about 3 days with her in the studio. We did take 2 days work. We might have to give it 3 days now to finish a few photos off. She's going to start recording 3 songs on Monday, 3 songs on Wednesday, 3 songs on Thursday, and I am really excited. Really excited. Jodie is just one of these people who has got a voice that you could melt your heart to. When she sent me that audition, I mean, I've heard her voice many times, but the first main audition she sent me was fantastic. She sang one song to me, and My Heart is Gold, My Heart really melts so much. It's really good. I really can't wait for her to do. The challenging one's going to be Fallen, and I told her about it. She's got the song, but she doesn't want to hear it because she'll cry. She said, and it's going to be the hardest song I ever record. And I said, I want to feel your emotions coming out of this song. I said, I want it. I'm not going to see you on the camera. I want to just hear something that's going to make myself cry to you, because I really do. I'm so glad that we found her. You know, I'm so glad we did. I can upload Champions of the World if you want to watch it. Yeah. I'll watch it tonight, but I'll watch it later on in a couple of days. Go on, mate, and I'll send it to me. Send it to me. That was brilliant. This was awesome. It was cool. How the hell you got that? I do not know. Well, that was brilliant. What a concert. 2.5 hours of the concert. Wow. Brilliant. Yeah, go on, mate. Send it to me. He'll go on his drive now and say, here it is, I'll go say now. But, yeah. Gaming Head, I just hope you understand that obviously with things I have to sort out this week, I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out the next 2 weeks after I finish the recordings, because after all this is finished, I'm going away for a week. Should I compromise the file for you in MP4 or do you want it raw? Oh, let's have it in good quality, mate. Just whatever you want to send it in, MKV format or MP4. Send it the highest quality you can. Probably 720p or 1080p would be fine for me. I don't mind anything really. Just don't want to see it. I want to see it again because I love that fucking documentary a lot. And I think Chris could do a copy of it as well on DVD, which I'll give him a copy of that later. Because I need to send it to him anyway, because he hasn't seen it for many years and he loves the documentary to bits. Because he wants it on there, so yeah, I'll give it to him. I hope it's in good. I just hope it's in good quality. So it'll be approximately 5 gigs. Yeah, that'll be fine. Send it on. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. If you want to send it as a large file, right? Don't use WeTransfer. Send it by, and I'll have got it here. Send it by. Oh, it's not here. I haven't got it. Have I got it? Oh, you still don't. No, I haven't got it. I do have it somewhere. I've got it from the. I'll use Google Drive because I've got a subscription now. I'll use Google Drive now because you've got it's like 10 gigs or something else. But they would. Devin, you absolutely stink, dog. Oh, God. Devin. Oh. No wonder you smell. Wow, Devin. Oh, I think you're going to go for a poo, Devin. Please, get out. Get out. Go for a poo. Oh, man, that dog can stink out so much. Saying that, she hasn't much to eat this week, really. But you stopped barking, Devin. Trying to find my spray. That's it. God, that dog stinks. God. I tell you what, I'm glad I have got a fan in this room now to get rid of the smell. Jesus Christ. Anyway, right. Well, anyway, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. Devin's just barking like crazy. I don't know what she's barking for. But if you all know about the light situation, well, I'm going to try and hopefully go and get them tomorrow if I can, so I can get more lights in this place because it is dark in here. You can't even see anything. Apart from the fact I've actually turned the brightness up on my camera, but I'm getting new lights put into this room now. So there will be new lights put into this next week. I'm just hoping to go and get them tomorrow actually if I can, because I need to get lights as soon as I can. Get more better lighting in here so you guys can see the room and see the shelf and everything. And also I'm going to try and get a new camera. And I'm also going to try and get a camera lens of somebody as well, because we need to do Jade's photo shoot as soon as possible, because we haven't had time to go and do her shoot yet. It's been difficult to do it this year for it, but we definitely will be sorting out next week, guys. Right, just now you know, guys, on the Discogs page now, SE Entertainment is now officially on there. All the releases are still available to buy. Jade's album. Jodie's album's not available to buy yet, not until 31st. Pre-advance orders for her album are starting from the 20. I think we start on the 22nd of October. 22nd of October is just before the Queen movie comes out. If you put a pre-advance order in of this album for Jodie's album, you'll get it on that week before it's even out in the shops, because we want to try and rush these out as possible to at least 30 copies, and we're trying to save 10 copies for Jodie as well, to go and sign them as well on her side, which we're going to sort out next week. And we need to get some printing paper. I need to get quite a lot of stationery stuff next week, so that's going to be pretty much my week sorted out for what we need to do, which is fine. But cheers to Gaming Head for understanding. Obviously, you know, business comes first, you know. And I'm looking forward to a really good week next week. So next week, magic is happening next week. We have got Geordie coming in next week. We do. Look out for a video coming out on YouTube in the next few days. Jade will be uploading her stuff to her channel, so her link's on this page. I will be doing a video for this business to tell you about the song that has never been ever released on ever released. But we will be telling you about that song soon, so look out for that. Right now, guys, I'm going to go. Am I having curry tonight? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I've been eating junk all day, really. I haven't eaten all day, really, to be honest. I think there's another No Sauce Party due tonight. And you put the recent one on today. So, yeah, 2 days. One's good stuff, man. I'm glad he put that Tom Indian one, and I'm so glad to see that one again. So that was cool. Nice, gonna be good. Thank you for tuning in, guys. See you guys on Tuesday for a live stream. 6 o'clock on Tuesday night with Devon being here again and other things. So until then, have a good week, guys. And I'll see you guys later. Till then, have a good night. See you guys. Bye.